What up, YouTubers? Katori Phantom here. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a brand new video here this week. It's a MX5 Cup race at Magello. Lights out. Here we go. Thank you so much for joining again. This time I decided to do a little bit of a different format here. Gonna do maybe like a little bit of a voiceover and kind of like analyze the race a little bit. I'll just let it play in real time and just kind of talk about it. So here we got a pretty damn good start. We started 12th and coming into turn 1 here. Usually some yep, here we go. Definitely some chaos. I got a little bit of a bump there on the back. Must have been I think somebody got hit. That black car got hit, and then that car hit me in the back. So that set me back about three places there. This kind of things happen. That's racing, you know. Turn 1, when you start in the back or even the midfield, which we did here, we didn't qualify, so just decided to go into it without qualifying, start in the back and work our way up. They can be a lot of fun, these kind of races. Just lots of overtaking, and it gets you to practice just being close to others. Now sometimes the downside of doing it this way is that you can get a little bit of an elbow and lose control, but that's okay. We're gonna work our way back up. We're going through this sector pretty damn good here, and somebody went off the road, so we're gonna quickly get a free position right here. We're gonna deal with these S's. They can be a little bit tricky if you don't get your corner entry just right. And we've got another beach car there. Just gonna skip ahead towards the last turn of the lap here. So as you can see, I've started to catch up with the midfield here. Clearly, we got about 5 or 6 cars that we can see in this straight, so that's good news for us. It tells us that we can at least, you know, should be able to challenge for a good 4 or 5 positions here. I'm trying to get into the slipstream here of the yellow Mazda right in front, but just outside of range, but in a good position into turn 1 here. You can see the green Miata just locked up in front, which caused the yellow to just kind of, and me really. Sometimes I just get into this weird habit of watching the guy in front, and I just unfortunately follow their line, which, right here, I gave him a little butt tap and made him spin out. I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit here. That was definitely my fault. I think I was at fault there. Just gonna fast forward. Here you go. All right, so now we got the red car in front. The white car behind me definitely had some good pace. He's been behind me this whole time. He's been slowly catching up. There's some sectors that I do a little bit better, and there's sectors that he does a lot better than me, and then there's sectors that we pretty much do the same. See, this corner right here, I was just having a tough time. Oh, here you go. Had to do a correct there. Almost got a bit of an oversteer mid-corner there. And you can see how much time he gained out of that. I'm going to try to defend a little bit, but he was coming so quickly that I just backed out. I'm just going to let him go, and hopefully I can maybe get a slipstream off of him to maybe work together to get to the orange car. So far so good. We're in the slipstream, and that's good. This is a long straight here at Magello, so definitely very worth it to... It makes a huge difference if you can be in slipstream range, especially with these cup cars, these Miatas. They're not very powerful, which makes them very, very good starter cars. So anybody who's just starting out, interested in racing, I would highly recommend starting up with this class. It's a very fun car to drive. It's got attitude, but very tameable because of its low, you know, horsepower and great steering. And it's a rear-wheel drive powertrain, so it gets you to sort of understand the mechanics of having the power at the back, which you have to be careful about oversteering. So everything's going pretty good here. Still following the white car, and this was one of the sectors that I just couldn't put the grip down on the tires. I felt like my entry was about the same speed, but maybe it's just my angle, but I kept losing traction on the second S there, and which kind of made it difficult for me to get back up the hill to gain momentum. But here we go. This looks pretty damn good here. Gonna cut it on the inside just a tiny bit and stay on the outside, not get a penalty here. And now we got some really good momentum, and we're gonna get a freebie. Somebody went on the side. And now we've got 3 cars in front of us, and we're in 9th position. So realistically, we can get to 6, which definitely would be a good finish considering everything that's, you know, where we started so far, and getting the bit of a bump on the first turn. Now I just got to make sure that I get my exit just right here, and it seems like I do. So now I got a great exit. Plant the power nice and early as soon as you hit the apex in the middle of the turn, so that way you get that extra speed advantage, and then you can really get that extra speed once you're in the slipstream fully. So I decided I'm going to work with number 36 here, give him a bum draft, so that way we can get closer to the 2 in front of us, because they're obviously slipstreaming as well. Now we got to be respectful here. We don't want to cause anything. We don't want to be troublemakers. And we stuck to our lines. Everything really good right here. I make sure that I'm as wide as possible on the outside to cut back in. Try to get as much speed as possible on this section here. You can really lose easily a second or 2 just by not hitting the right line. So I had more speed than 36, and he was super nice and let me through, which was great. I'm going to try to make the most of that. Hopefully, you know, not slow him down, because a lot of times racing, you're not always racing the person in front of you, right? Like, or the person behind you. Like, sometimes the person behind you might be quite a bit faster than you, so it might be beneficial to just let him go and then use their line and sort of their speed to sort of propel you forward, right? And increase your lap times. Now here we're gonna get a pretty damn good entry here. Hopefully I can stick the exit, which I appear like I do. Now I'm in slipstream range of yellow, which is great news. And right here I just braked a little bit too early, which now I had too little speed, and then I'm just gonna lose out here. You can tell, like, I just didn't hit the corner at the right spot. Now I just lost a good half second, and now I'm outside of slipstream range, which is gonna hurt my chances quite a bit here. It's just gonna hurt my lap time, but I'm just gonna keep our head down and stay with it, and hopefully get a good exit here on the last turn. And we're still pretty much skip ahead here just a little bit, so we're on the second to last lap. We've got some traffic, we got some back markers here, and this is definitely a challenge, back markers. Oh yeah, I take that way too much on the inside. Whew, a big snap of oversteer. Thankfully I corrected it, but it did lose me a good second and a half there. Yeah, these back markers, you definitely got to be careful, because sometimes they don't realize that they're back markers, and they think they're, you know, holding a position or whatnot, and they might defend, which can, you know, completely change your race around. So you got to be super careful about that when you're in traffic. Thankfully, the green colored car just let me through no problem. He didn't put up much of a fight, which was great. I'm still trying to follow yellow here. He's definitely got good pace, but I know that I can just get back on him, because this sector specifically here, I've noticed that I keep gaining on him. So I just gotta get a good exit on this incoming turn, and hopefully get within slipstream range, but it doesn't look good. I brake way too early again on this turn, and here you go. He's just way gone. So I'll just skip ahead here. Ooh, there seems to be an incident involving yellow and silver and another car. Oh no. I was coming in hot there inside that turn, and I really didn't expect him to come back on the inside like that since he was towards the outside. So unfortunately, I gave him a big old shove right in the middle of the car. And not much happened, so skip ahead to the very last lap. And yeah, so finished 6th, which was my goal. Like, realistically speaking, based on where I started and where when I got hit, being in 12th spot, I could see, you know, 4 or 5 cars ahead of me, 6 cars ahead. So overall, this was a pretty damn good finish. Unfortunately, I did take out a couple of people, but it was a fun race, and that's what matters. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.